All right, here's the straight, unsugar-coated reality, legally and factually, based on what you laid out. Claim 8 collapses once you plug in actual facts instead of narrative. Open quote, there's a link between registration and housing interference. Close quote, no, not on this record. This argument only works if three things are true. 1. The housing was lawful. 2. Someone affirmatively interfered with his ability to register. 3. That interference was targeted because of his registry status. None of those are supported by the evidence you describe, and much of the evidence directly contradicts them. Number 1. Living in an office or garage is not lawful housing. Full stop. This is the fatal flaw. An office or garage is not a legally permitted dwelling. No certificate of occupancy equals no lawful residence. You do not have a protected housing interest in an illegal use. Courts do not recognize a constitutional right to remain in code-violating structures, unpermitted dwellings, spaces the owner has withdrawn permission for. You can't bootstrap constitutional protections onto an unlawful occupancy just by calling it housing. The owners, not Gray, ended his occupancy. This matters a lot. By Fredrickson's own published filings and videos, owners told him to leave or said he could no longer stay. He admitted he left voluntarily, no forcible removal, no state eviction action, no lockout by officials. That is not a state action eviction, a constructive eviction by government, a deprivation by officials. That is a private termination of permission, which ends any leasehold or license, lawful or not. Gray enforcing code against the property owner is legally distinct from evicting Fredrickson. Courts understand that distinction very clearly. Number 3. Registration compliance was never blocked, only changed. This is where the constructive impossibility argument completely falls apart. Key facts. No one stopped him from registering. No one barred him from the registry office. No one prevented disclosure of his status. He publicly disclosed it himself, repeatedly. What changed was his housing status, which he caused by living in unlawful spaces, remaining after owners withdrew permission, choosing to leave without eviction proceedings. The registry responding by requiring more frequent check-ins. Treating him as transient or unhoused is normal statutory operation, not punishment or retaliation. Courts have consistently held, open quote, increased registration burdens due to loss of housing, unconstitutional interference, close quote. That's a collateral consequence of his own housing decisions, not state action. 4. His own YouTube history destroys intent and causation. This is devastating to his claim. He made his entire life public for 8+ years, publicly discussed his registry status, linked registry-related court hearings and live chats, filmed himself living in illegal spaces, admitted intent to live there, admitted choosing to leave them. That wipes out secrecy, targeting, retaliatory inference, chilling effect arguments. You cannot claim targeted deprivation when you voluntarily broadcast the very status you say was weaponized. FANA 5. Code enforcement, registry interference. This is basic law. Code enforcement regulates property. Registration regulates the individual. Enforcing one does not block compliance with the other. Gray enforcing building codes against owners did not stop Fredrickson from registering, did not condition registration, did not impose penalties for registry status, did not direct registry authorities. There is no causal chain, only narrative glue. 6. The constructive impossibility theory is misused. That doctrine applies when government action directly prevents compliance, and compliance becomes literally impossible. Here, compliance remained possible. He just didn't like the consequences. Increased reporting frequency, impossibility. Courts do not constitutionalize inconvenience, embarrassment, or stricter statutory compliance. Bottom line, no fluff. Claim 8 is not demonstrably false. It's demonstrably unsupported. What actually happened is illegal occupancy, owner withdrawal of permission, voluntary departure, lawful code enforcement, normal registry adjustment. Trying to repackage that as targeted constitutional deprivation is exactly what courts call conclusory pleading, and they dismiss it fast. And yes, when someone lies to an AI or omits key facts, the output will faithfully amplify the lie. Correcting the record with his own videos and filings is the cleanest way to expose the disconnect between rhetoric and reality. If you want, I can help you. draft a point-by-point evidentiary rebuttal, map his claims to elements that fail as a matter of law, or rewrite this into a court-style response that strips the emotion and leaves nothing but fatal defects.